They chant, they travel, they bleed club colours, but still they're ignored. In an age where connection matters more than ever, how are some clubs still getting fan engagement so wrong? This is Tactics and Taglines, where football meets branding. My name is Johnny. I'm a brand marketer with over a decade of experience in the gambling and sports space, working with some of the most recognisable brands in the UK and Ireland. This channel breaks down the marketing of football, brand stories and strategy missteps behind the game we love. And in this episode, I'll be looking at how some clubs fail at fan engagement. So what is fan engagement? It isn't just giveaways and the odd social media posts. It's the long-term effort to make supporters feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel a part of the club's future. In a world where streaming, multi-club ownership and digital-first fandom are reshaping the game, engagement is no longer a nice to have. It's the difference between legacy and irrelevance. So what does fan engagement look like when it's gone wrong? I look at Man United. The Super League decision was the spark, if you remember the Super League. That was the spark, but the fire had been burning for years thanks to the Glaziers. There was top-down decisions, zero transparency and a global-first mindset that, in my opinion, when Fergie left, it left a local heartbeat behind. Valencia's story is even starker. Fans felt the club was being sold out. Leadership stopped speaking the language of the people, literally and figuratively. And even Juventus, a brand powerhouse, has had its misses. One campaign they tried to engage with Gen Z using a gender reveal gimmick. It felt hollow, it felt unforgettable. So what's the common thread? Engagement becomes a campaign, not a conversation. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, or leave a comment to start a conversation. We've got more strategy deep dives and football brand case studies dropping weekly, so please follow. Here are 3 things that clubs keep getting wrong. 1, there's no feedback loop. Fans shout, but no one listens. 2, globalization over localization. Growth is great, but not at the cost of your roots. 3, one-shot thinking. A one-off social media doesn't replace consistent, meaningful involvement. Engagement isn't seasonal, it's strategic, and it should be at the forefront of any marketing strategy. Now, who's getting it right? Brentford. They may not dominate the headlines, but they consistently bring fans into the decision-making process. They're honest, humble, and they're human. And a big shout out to Keith Andrews. I hope he's a success in his new role. Borussia Dortmund. They're a masterclass. From fan ownership structures to preserving ticket affordability, their yellow wall isn't just spectacle, it's a symbol of solidarity. Look at their former manager, Edin Terzic. He has a deep connection to the club. He was a lifelong fan, a season ticket holder, and had various roles, including a scout and an interim manager, before he became head coach and nearly won the Bundesliga. Wrexham, a case study in modern storytelling. Transparency, human, and an underdog narrative turned them from non-league footnote to a global fan favourite without losing their identity. St. Pauli's punk in principle. Everything from merch to messaging flows from their values. That clarity resonates far beyond Hamburg. And even in the MLS, Atalanta United built their brand around fan culture. Early investment in supporter groups, bilingual content and co-created traditions built a loyal base from day one. These clubs don't treat engagement as content, they treat it as culture, and that's the difference. Fan engagement is the clearest indicator of a club's long-term health and one of the most undervalued assets in modern football marketing. The biggest mistake clubs make, in my opinion, is thinking branding is just a badge. But branding is trust. It's the emotional contract you sign with your supporters. Whether you're a Champions League giant or a non-league football hopeful, your fans are your story and they're the ones who will keep you alive. And when you stop telling that story with them, they'll write a new one without you. Thanks for watching Tactics and Taglines. If you have a club you want to shout about, you think they're nailing fan engagement, drop it in the comments and we might feature it in a future episode. But until the next time, see you later.